Hi, I'm Adam Roman.
I'm Brian Vilus.
And this is our project for the Cookie Pro.
Have you ever had problems with non-uniform cookies like these and not enough time to bake all the cookies you would like to? Do your cookies meld together and only fitting 12 cookies on a sheet? Do you end up with a batch of cookies that are like this?
The problem with using most tools to make cookies is that they're really expensive and they're industrial looking, and it takes away the home style baking feeling when you use them. Most baking tools range from the $20 to $50 range, which makes baking cookies at a fast and easy rate kind of expensive, and most families won't want to spend $50 to buy a tool to help make cookies when they could just make cookies.
Our solution is the Cookie Pro. It allows you to bake 21 cookies at one time on one sheet. Now, this is an easy-to-use design. It's also quick for reuse. You can just slide the cookies off and slide a new batch of dough right onto the paper. It's easy to dispose of, and it's biodegradable, and it also is very cheap.
The Cookie Pro is designed for use for anyone that can use it. It doesn't take directions or anything. The design pretty much speaks for itself. It's a sheet of paper with perfectly designed circles that tell you how much dough you need to put on there and exactly how far it's going to go out to. It's going to help everyone make uniform cookies, so you get that special professional cooking base look and appeal to each cookie. So you get that Food Network style cookie. It also allows people to have the maximum amount of cookies per baking sheet or cooking sheet. Before, I used to get like 15, 16 cookies onto one sheet, and then while you're baking it, the cookies start to melt together, and then you end up with these really ugly looking cookies like you saw in the previous photo. What this does is it spaces things out perfectly, so you end up with the maximum amount that we fit in there. So far, we've got up to 21 cookies per baking sheet. Also, what's really cool about this is that each sheet has perforated edges, so as you pull it out, you can tear it off. And it tears off real easy, it doesn't shred the paper or anything. And it also allows for quick reloading because the paper does not reheat. You can easily put a batch of cookies, take the paper out, slide the cookies off, and put it back on with the same thing, and then just put it back on the cooking sheet and put it right back in the oven. So there's no downtime when you're cooking, and it maximizes the total amount of cookies you can bake per sheet.
Now, this is how it works. The cookies are evenly spaced out onto the spots on the sheet. Each spot has two circles. An inner circle is for the amount of dough that is to be placed on the sheet, and then the outer circle is how big the cookie will expand to once it's baked. Butcher paper allows the cookies to slide off easily once the baking is complete, and each piece of the butcher paper does not heat up, so that way you can cook again right away. This is an example of what your cookies will look like.
Notice the perfect circles and how uniform each cookie is. Our primary market is going to be families because, well, it's going to be a cheap product that anyone can buy, and we want any family to be able to afford this and use it at home. And our secondary market is going to be business and small business owners, because most small business owners are going to want something that's going to help them cook fast or bake faster and maximize the amount of time, which will increase their overall efficiency. So if you can get like 5 sheets of this and then put it in the oven, you can maximize the amount of baking you can do. Also, our tertiary market would be schools and other like learning programs, like cooking programs, because if you have a school that's trying to teach people how to bake or anything, it'd be literally, this is a cheat sheet for baking. Anyone can use it, and it'll help them make perfect cookies. So any baking class at school, like here, we'd probably be able to use it at the Collins School of Hospitality, and any baking class like around the way. We also want this product to just pretty much be available to anyone who has a passion for baking. And
this is our basic design. You can see here that this is an already used sheet of the Cookie Pro. This has been used for up to 8 batches. There's an inner circle where we have placed the dough, and then there's the outer circle. There's an exact amount of spacing between each of the cookies. So that way we can maximize the amount per sheet. This is a closer up view. Okay, so here it is. This is before baking. You can notice each piece of dough is far away from the others, but you can notice that when they finally expand, it will actually leave very little space, but maximize the sheet. Now, the cookies will bake. There they are. Okay, the cookies baked evenly. Look at the circles. Each circle is an even, perfect circle, and they still, look, we have no melding problems. No cookie touched another cookie. That way, you don't have cookies that are making doubles and breaking in half when you tear them apart.
Due to the cheap production cost of the Cookie Pro, we were thinking about its price points and how to set the pricing. We decided on the pricing to be at $4.99 plus tax because it is an easy product for us to make, and keeping it at around $5, it'll allow us to more people to buy it, and everyone will buy it, and people might buy it for their friends so they can try it out. Places we would try to sell this at would be pretty much any place that has cooking products or baking products or anything like that. So we decided on Williams-Sonoma because everything is at Williams-Sonoma. Target and Walmart, those places have everything, and now they can have an extra thing to help everyone would find it, and everyone that goes to those stores is always looking for some kind of bargain deal. And the last place I saw recently was called the Cooking Store, and yes, this is a real place. I actually found it, and all it has is a bunch of stuff for cooking and baking. One thing I also want for this product is we want it to be related in all trade magazines. And I actually looked up some trade magazines that I would want this product to be in, and some of the magazines are Baking and Snacks, Baking Buyer, and Modern Baking are the biggest that I could find for baking and cooking. So if we can get our product in there, the entire world of baking would find out about our product, and then maybe we can end up on the Food Network and people will be using our product like Guy Fieri or whatnot.
Okay, now this is the end of our presentation. We'll take any questions.
Any questions? No questions?
Buy or no buy?
Buy or no buy?
Buy! With the Cookie Pro, you can maximize your cookie sheet. You reduce your number of batches, make perfectly round cookies every time. It is waterproof, grease-proof, can be used in conventional ovens up to 400 degrees. It's freezer and microwavable. You can line the pan of your cookie sheet with a Cookie Pro for perfectly even spaced cookies. It's quick and easy cleanup with no greasy pans.
Yeah.
Now this is a sheet of the Cookie Pro paper. The inner circle here is where you will place the dough. The outer circle is where the cookie will expand to. You can see there's 21 cookie spaces on this sheet, and it will perfectly fit on a sheet of paper, on a cookie sheet. You simply pull the sheet and tear off at the perforated line.
You'll just perforate what?
This will retail at $4.99.